Hi everybody, it's Amanda from the Monticello-Union Township Public Library coming to you today from my kitchen with another cooking video. Today we're going to make banana bread, and today's recipe is one that I have used for almost 30 years. Yes, I'm that old to have been cooking that long, and it's probably the recipe that I have made over and over the most in my life. I will not unfortunately be able to link it because there is no internet link for this recipe, but I am going to put it down below in the comments. And I'm going to talk you through all the measurements as we go. This recipe came from this cookbook, which was a fundraising cookbook that Summershade Fire Department in Summershade, Kentucky did, like I said, almost 30 years ago. So it's a very old recipe, and I have adapted it for my family as I do everything. And you can tell from the worn pages, it's a little embarrassing, sorry, that I have used this over and over and over again. And I love this recipe, and so do my kids. It's super, super simple. So the ingredients we're going to use today, obviously, are bananas, butter, and I use real butter when I bake. That's just my preference. If you use margarine in your family, that's fine, but we use real butter all the time. Eggs, vanilla, sugar, salt, flour, and baking soda. So it isn't very many ingredients. If you want to add nuts, you can add nuts to this recipe, but I have some members of my family that really don't like to eat nuts, so I don't put it in banana bread very often. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a half a cup of butter. So remember, guys, that's a stick, and I've already pre-melted the butter just a little bit to help. And we're going to put in one cup of sugar, and I've already measured my sugar all the way out. And so I'm just going to quickly mix that together, cream that together, and then I'm going to set that aside. And if you want to use, and yes, I'm going to make a mess as I cook like I always do. If you want to use a hand mixer, feel free. I tend to do all this stuff by hand. I do have a great big mixer, and I also have a hand mixer that I will pull out from time to time, but I tend to do most of this mixing just by hand. So I'm going to set that aside. Again, it's a half a cup of butter and a cup of sugar. This recipe calls for 3 bananas. And I always like to say the browner the better. The batch I made previously, the bananas were pretty black and it turned out fine. But you do not want to use green or yellow bananas. If you do, the flavor's not going to be the same and they're going to be super hard to work with. So I don't use anything fancy. I just use a fork and I just smash these babies real quick. You can also use a potato masher. When my kids are helping me, a lot of times they'll grab the potato masher and mash up these bananas because it goes a little bit faster, I suppose, with that. Or spoon, back of a knife, whatever you got. If you've got real little kids and you want them to help you, have them do it with their hands. Have them wash their hands and then just smash the bananas with their hands in the bowl. Like I said, this is very, very simple. So now that our bananas are smashed up, and it doesn't have to be very fine because you're going to mix it some more, so chunky is okay. It's not going to hurt anything. So now that that's done, we are going to add 2 eggs. And again, egg size would be your preference, so whatever you have in your fridge is fine. I'm using large eggs today because that's what I use. And then we're going to add to that 2 cups of flour. And because I'm just in my kitchen, I'm just using my hands like I do every day. I was trying to remember today how many times I have actually made this banana bread since this quarantine started, and it's quite a few. I still have a few loaves in my freezer because we just love this so much. So 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt. Adjust my teaspoon here real quick. A teaspoon of soda. I know you can't quite see what I'm doing here, but my teaspoon doesn't fit in here, so we're using a spoon to kind of make do. Again, just adapt and do what you can. Doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, I'm going to scrape that off the top just a bit. Okay, so the teaspoon of soda is in. And then the last thing we're going to do, and it calls for a half a teaspoon of vanilla. My family really likes the flavor of vanilla. I put it in a lot of things, including our pancake recipe, which you're going to get to see later on. So instead of a half a teaspoon, we actually do a whole teaspoon of vanilla. because we just like the flavor. If you don't like it and you want to stick with the ½ teaspoon, that's fine too. Either way. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this together, and then we will add the butter and sugar. And this recipe, the dough is going to be really thick. Don't think that you've done something wrong, and don't think that you need to add more liquid. It will turn out just fine. It's just going to be really thick. And again, if you have trouble with your hands or it's hard for you to stir for a long period of time, which I go through that from time to time, go ahead and pull your hand mixer out, because that'll make quick work of this. I just don't like to wash dishes, and so I tend to just use what I have out instead of pulling other things out to make a bigger mess for me. Okay, so now I'm just going to add in that butter and sugar that we creamed together earlier. Okay. And we're just going to mix it together for a second. This recipe, and I should have told you when we started, go ahead and get your oven preheated to 300. My oven has been on. You're going to see why here in just a second. But you want it for 300, and it doesn't really matter whether it's a metal pan or glass pan. Just watch it. Every oven is different. The recipe calls for 300 degrees at an hour. In my oven, it's done in about 42 minutes or so, depending on the type of pan. The one I made earlier today was in a metal pan. I'm getting ready to use a glass pan. Oh, sorry guys. A glass pan, which I've already sprayed with cooking spray. Another tip, if you're making bread, always spray your pan, because you're not going to get most of your bread out if you don't. The same thing kind of goes with cakes. And you can use muffin pans. The last time I made this, and a lot of times that I make this, we just make muffins because my kids like banana muffins. But today I decided to pull out the loaf pans. So again, this one's glass, so you might want to adjust the cooking time and just kind of keep an eye on it in your oven. This is just about mixed up, and it doesn't take a lot of mixing, because the more that you mix bread, guys, the tougher it gets. So you want it just combined to where you don't see any more of the white in the bowl. I've still got a little flour down here, so we're going to mix that just a little bit more and get that all incorporated. And like I said, if you want to add nuts, you would do that as the last step of this recipe. Once everything's done and you got everything combined, if you wanted to add nuts, this recipe calls for a cup of nuts. So you would go ahead and add them in now and mix it and then put it in your pan. But again, I'm not going to use nuts today. We're just going to go like this. Okay, so that's pretty good. If you can see, obviously it's lumpy. There's some chunks in there. That's okay. It's going to come out just fine. Bread does not have to be perfectly smooth when you put it in the pan. And I'm using kind of a funky shaped loaf pan today, so my loaf's going to be a little bit longer and flatter, but that's okay. The kids will still eat it. They won't care. Okay. Set that aside. And I'm just going to smooth out the top, because your bread obviously is going to rise as you bake it. So this is ready to go. I'm going to pop this in my oven real quick, and I'm going to show you the results. So this is going in. I also recommend when you're making bread that you use your top rack. In my oven, if I put bread or cakes or even brownies on my bottom or middle rack, the bottom gets done before the top. So I always bake bread or anything like that on my top rack. So earlier today, I made this. That way you guys could go ahead and see. So there is a finished loaf. And again, like I said, this morning I used a metal pan. I'm using a glass pan now. So I'm going to adjust, and I'm going to actually set my timer for 35 minutes and check it at 35 and then keep going. For those of you that don't do a lot of bread, I just use a toothpick to check to see if it's done. So I stick a toothpick down the center, and if it comes out clean, you know your bread's ready. You can also use a fork, a butter knife, whatever you've got will work. I don't always have toothpicks. Today I do, so that's what I'm using. But that's how you check to make sure, because you want to be sure that your bread is not doughy in the center. Again, guys, I will post this in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to private message me for this recipe. If I had a link to it, I absolutely would, but I'm not able to do that just because this is a very old recipe. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you love the bread. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.